Did you know that half the cars on the road today never even hit 100k miles before needing a major repair? AAA notes, 35% of vehicle owners skip scheduled service entirely. CarMD's latest vehicle health index reveals 49% of vehicles roll around with at least one ignored warning light on. Translation, vehicles rarely destroy themselves, their owners do. 10 ordinary bad habits quietly chew piston rings, cook transmissions and vaporize resale value long before the odometer's sixth digit even appears. Let's expose some common silent assassins, and provide some simple fixes that keep your engine humming, chassis solid, and bank account intact. Skipping or stretching oil changes is maintenance malpractice. Modern engines rely on precise detergency and viscosity to suspend carbon and cool turbochargers spinning at 200,000 revolutions per minute. Every extra month on that filter allows additive packages to shear, turning once golden lubricant into abrasive sludge. Independent used oil lab reports routinely flag double-digit parts per million iron particles after a single 1,500-mile overrun. That metallic cocktail glues piston rings, abrasively sands cam lobes, and poisons catalytic converters far sooner than engineers intended. Follow the severe service interval if you tackle short commutes, scorching summers, or heavy towing. Swap the filter every time, record mileage in a glove box log, and use the weight printed on the filler cap. Fresh oil costs less than one car payment. Overdue oil invites timing chain rattle, turbo seal leaks, and an early date with the scrapyard. Avoid that fate. Stomping the accelerator before oil reaches operating temperature is a silent wallet killer. On a frosty morning, 10W30 behaves like maple syrup, crawling through micro-clearances while bearings still depend on a full-pressure film. Revving hard drags metal across metal, scuffing cylinder walls and sending aluminium flakes into galleries the filter can't catch. Turbochargers hate cold starts even more. Their hydrodynamic bearings need hot, thin oil within seconds, not a sluggish drizzle. Engineers advise 30 seconds of gentle idle, then light throttle until the temperature needle settles. Drive. Don't park and idle forever. Just keep revs below 3,000 until everything warms. Those first 3 minutes decide whether you replace spark plugs at 90,000 or rebuild a scored short block at 60. Warm machinery lasts longer, runs cleaner, and preserves horsepower you'd rather spend accelerating, not paying repair bills later. Coasting around in too high a gear at 30 miles per hour, a habit sometimes called granny lugging, murders engines as surely as street racing. At low RPM, the oil pump spins lazily, cylinder pressures spike, and the knock sensors yank ignition timing, sending scorching exhaust temperatures downstream. Detonation that you can't hear still hammers bearings and crushes ring lands, while the overworked catalytic converter bakes its precious metal substrate. Dynamometer studies show engines loaded below 2,000 RPM at 80+% throttle generate 20% more wear metals than those kept in a balanced rev range. The fix costs nothing. Downshift, match traffic speed, and let the tachometer hover in the mid-range where pumps flow freely. Remember, slow isn't gentle. Lugging forces components designed for velocity to struggle under crushing pressure every single mile. Drive briskly, not lazily, to save longevity. Underinflated tires and skipped rotations siphon life from your drivetrain and wallet. Drop pressure 5 psi and rolling resistance climbs 2%, forcing the engine or electric motor to burn extra energy every mile. Soft sidewalls flex, cooking internal cords until belts separate and blowouts follow. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration attributes more than 33,000 crashes annually to simple underinflation. Fail to rotate every 6,000 miles and front steer tires feather and cup, vibrating wheel bearings, misaligning suspension, and sawing away tread prematurely. A $12 digital gauge, monthly checks, and free shop air preserve fuel economy, braking distance, and comfort. Don't forget the spare. A flat spare provides zero rescue on stormy shoulders. Healthy tires protect shocks, tie rods, and passengers alike, delivering thousands of extra safe miles before replacement bills appear to deflate your budget, and reputation too. Dragging brakes or delaying service transforms stopping power into continuous heat soak. Resting your foot lightly on the pedal keeps calipers half clamped, warping rotors and superheating pads beyond 800 degrees Fahrenheit on modest hills. Glycol brake fluid, which naturally absorbs moisture, boils 70 degrees lower once water infiltrated, creating compressible vapor that makes the pedal sink chillingly toward the floor. Manufacturers specify 2-year replacement intervals, yet surveys show most owners wait twice that. Boiled fluid cooks expensive ABS pumps. Blue-colored rotors shake steering columns and shred wheel bearings. downshift on descents, keep heels planted unless you truly need to slow, and replace pads before chirp tabs scream metal to metal. A $60 flush and timely pad swap, prevent four-figure repairs and keep your ride confidently halting rather than squealing, wobbling and prematurely sliding into the graveyard of wrecked daily drivers early. Stringing together endless 2-mile errands seems harmless but slowly suffocates powertrains. Engines, transmissions and catalytic converters must reach full operating temperature to evaporate water vapor and burn unburned hydrocarbons. Short hops leave moisture condensing inside crankcases, diluting oil and generating corrosive acids. Exhaust systems rot from the inside out, producing chocolate milk dipsticks and rusty mufflers long before mileage climbs. Batch chores or take the scenic route weekly, letting coolant stabilize at 195 degrees for 20 relaxing minutes. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates eliminating repeated rich cold starts can save 10% in annual fuel, while used oil labs report markedly lower fuel dilution when drivers extend trips. A deliberate longer loop each Saturday costs pennies in gasoline, yet deposits dollars in the longevity bank, protecting piston rings, oxygen sensors and wallet alike from premature, entirely avoidable retirement, and stressful roadside rescues. Running the tank below 1/4 turns the fuel pump into a self-heating grenade. Pump modules depend on surrounding gasoline for cooling and lubrication. Starve them and copper windings overheat, slashing lifespan by half. Low levels also stir decades of sediment resting at the bottom, sending rust flakes and microplastics through the sock filter toward precision injectors. Clogged injectors lean combustion, raising exhaust temps and murdering oxygen sensors. An in-tank pump replacement on today's returnless systems easily clears $800. Money better spent elsewhere. Form a new rule. When the light blinks, refuel at the next safe station, not after another 30 miles. 4 extra annual fill-ups cost less than a latte a month yet preserve pumps, injectors, and catalytic converters for the long haul, keeping you confidently mobile when winter storms or late-night emergencies strike hardest. At the worst time. Treating a soft-sprung crossover like a 3/4-ton truck punishes every component underneath. Each extra suitcase, roof pod, or mulch-filled trailer pushes weight beyond the gross vehicle rating stamped on the door jamb, overloading wheel bearings, struts, and brake rotors. SAE fatigue tests show shocks lose damping authority 50% sooner when operated 10% overweight, while transmission fluid temperatures soar, accelerating additive breakdown and varnish deposits. Tires bulge, build heat, and can delaminate at highway speed, catastrophic at best. Respect payload limits, inflate tires to the upper sidewall spec before hauling, and install an auxiliary transmission cooler if towing regularly. Schedule earlier fluid changes whenever you pull heavy loads. Heat doubles oxidation every 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Travel light, tow within ratings, and your crossover will still feel tight, quiet, and composed when the odometer displays numbers once reserved for fleet workhorses. Neglecting so-called lifetime fluids is budgeting for lifetime repairs. Brake fluid absorbs water, dropping its boiling point from 401 to 284 degrees within 3 years, hot enough to vaporize on a mountain descent. Coolant ages too, losing anti-corrosion additives that protect aluminum pump impellers and heater cores. Electric power steering units share reduction boxes filled with gear oil that shear under city parking torque. Even sealed automatic transmissions shred viscosity, and most manufacturers list severe service changes at 60,000 miles despite marketing promises. Replacing 4 quarts of coolant, 2 liters of steering fluid, and a few gallons of ATF costs less than 1 tow truck. Mark every secondary fluid date in your phone, treat it like an anniversary, and you'll dodge 4-figure valve, body, rack, or head gasket failures, leaving more time and money for road trips rather than shop shuttles, and sleepless nights. Ignoring dashboard warnings is like muting your smoke alarm during a kitchen fire. CarMD's annual survey reports 49% of drivers cruise with at least one fault light active, and procrastination inflates the average repair to $424. A loose gas cap left unaddressed forces the engine computer to overfuel, clogging the catalytic converter. A blinking misfire light can melt the converter substrate in minutes. Tire pressure alerts warn of slow leaks that destroy sidewalls and expensive alloy wheels, while a flickering battery icon signals an alternator about to strand you at night. Most parts stores read codes free. 10 minutes today saves towing and hotel fees tomorrow. Treat warning lamps like urgent texts from your mechanic. Answer immediately, schedule repairs, and your car will thank you with reliable starts, smooth rides, and healthy emissions far beyond 100K. and higher resale value. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw here.